Right. So this is about the Guidewire cloud integration. This is an understanding or end-to-end understanding about Guidewire cloud integration for majorly for new learners, not for people who are planning to go for Guidewire integration side. To have a basic understanding and standard understanding over the Guidewire cloud integration, this session is all about for that. First, we must be knowing about integration of Guidewire Cloud, because Guidewire earlier we are having some on-premise services, on-premise legacy application Guidewire we are using for a very long time. Even now, we are using Guidewire on-premise. Now, slowly, some companies are planning to move towards Guidewire cloud environment so that infrastructure costs they can reduce, operational efficiency can be increased, and it can be accessed in multiple locations across. So Guidewire cloud transformation and how Guidewire cloud transformation followed by integration can be done for their systems, so either it can be internal or external systems, is always needed. So in this regard, so when we try to understand about Guidewire cloud, which majorly enables insurance companies to leverage any policy billing claims and all, which majorly as a soft SaaS solution it is, because normally cloud services will be of three. One is infrastructure service, second is platform, third is a software service. But when it comes to the Guidewire cloud is concerned, software as a service, it is called SaaS. Means Guidewire cloud software is something that they provide. It's called a SaaS solution, where it has an advantage where it can be integrated with external systems and all. Majorly useful at the time of customer engagement, because if you want to manage and if you want to engage with our customers in day to day, so that you will be knowing about their satisfaction level, right? So performance of our services that we have given. If we want to know, the customer engagement must be a continuous process. So different CRM tools we are using now and then, right? Salesforce, Dynamics, that can be integrated even. So for customer engagement, we may require to connect with any CRM applications like Salesforce, Dynamics, and all. That is one thing. External systems I'm referring to. Internal systems means it can be policy center to billing, policy center to claims, claim to billing, claim to policy center, billing to policy center, billing to claims. This is all internal applications. Next, we can integrate with partner collaborations also, because any technical partners that we are having, for example, when we are initiating the policy, when customer has submitted the application, underwriting company has to assess the risk which is involved in it. So if you want to assess the risk, what is needed? So it's always important where we need to connect with some external systems, underwriting companies, external companies, where they must be having integration with our systems, because they are the partners for us in context to the rating assessment, etc. So partner collaboration can also be done. At the same time, data exchange and analytics, right? So we can exchange the data, we can provide exchange data, analytics can also be done. So these are the advantages wherein we can see when we are integrating with external systems I'm referring to. Again, I'm repeating, internal systems as separate. I'm referring to the external systems where customer engagement, partner collaboration, data exchange analytics can be done in this. Next, when it comes to the integration architecture is concerned, first of all, these are the core components are there in integration architecture. The first one, as usual, anyway, Guidewire cloud platform, either it can be policy center, billing, or claims. Next, for integration architecture, we must be using API. We have many, right? We have web API, right? So SOAP API, but RESTful API is something that we are using. And SOAP, Object Access Protocol, also we are using. This is all APIs learning is important when we want to do the integration, learning about SOAP API. RESTful API, right? So these are all important. So that is what something that we learn in integration architecture when we are learning Guidewire integration. Next, messaging and event frameworks also even important, followed by any understanding over partner and customer portals. But practically, it is not something as part of learning. It may not be possible to connect with partner and customer portals, as in when those were external and highly configured and secure systems, which cannot be done practically in learning, I'm saying. In organization level, we can do that, but there is a difference. So partner and custom portals. Next one about data analytics integration, so that we can retrieve the data, we can see the data. Data insights can be created, analytic dashboards can be created even, so that what requirements customer has, what we did, right? So we will be knowing about the satisfaction of the customer, or we'll be knowing about the policy performances of any our business performances. Everything can be seen. This is about the integration architecture point of view. Next, when it comes to the data flow, this is the flow process as in when we see. Because when we are creating an integration, Guidewire integration, this is the data flow where whenever customer is submitting any policy claim or billing request, generally this request will be processed in the Guidewire cloud environment, where whatever the data exchange with partners that we do, right, either for payment or any kind of third-party data providers, as I told you. For example, payment. You may be having third-party payment partner you have. Any payment or third-party data providers will exchange the we exchange the data with partners and all. Next, this response will be sent back to the customer. This is the flow process generally that we have. One customer submits a request, which processed in the Guidewire cloud. Then data exchange with partners, whether it can be payment partners or someone. Next response will be sent back to the customer. So it will happen in the cloud environment. This is the flow process which must be ensured, which must be evident. So this seamless integration majorly ensures real-time experience when we are working on the integration part. Now, what are the different methods are we using? Right. So integration methods, RESTful API, as I told you, because it's a lightweight integration we use. Even now also we are using RESTful API, so that we'll be learning. SOAP API for legacy systems, because many organizations still maybe they were in the legacy systems, now they are transforming to the cloud environment. So that SOAP API, learning SOAP API is important. Next, event messaging as well as async communication is also needed. Synchronous communication I'm referring to. Next, batch processing for any large data sets that we are using, followed by cloud connectors, right? So either it can be for Salesforce or it can be a payment gateway, billing payment gateways. So these are the different integration methods generally we will be having. Now, what benefit that we see in cloud integration? Okay, cloud integration benefits were there. One is about it's a faster time to market for new products. This is one cloud integration benefit. It is scalable and flexible even. It reduces the infrastructure overheads also. At the same time, it also enhances the customer and as well as partner collaboration, followed by real-time data sharing analytics. These are the benefits we see when we are working on the cloud integration. Here is an example I have given you so that you guys will understand. One of the example, for example, any policy issuance that we are doing, it must be integrated with external risk data providers, as I told you. Underwriting team, in the beginning of the session, I told you. We connect with underwriting systems. So underwriting systems will access the policy issuance data so that they will assess what is the amount of risk that is involved, etc. For example, any commercial vehicle application that we receive, right? So based upon the age of the vehicle, at the same time, age of the driver experience, right? So based on their track record, right? So risk will be assessed. What kind of transportation they are uses for, right? So everything. This is all about one example I can say. There were many, but I am taking 3-4. Next, claim integration we can do with repair shops and as well as for registers when there is any claim processing happen. Because integration is not something confined only for PC or something. It can be for claims, it can be for integration also. Because as a Guidewire developer in integration point of view, some companies ask Guidewire developer integration developer, they may require for PC. or somebody asked for billing center, somebody asked for claim center. So the reason I am giving those examples to you, right? So next, about the third one, about the billing integration, we can do with payment gateway, because customer is paying in different forms. So billing integration with payment gateway can also be one. Last but not least, analytics integration with any business intelligence tools for reporting purpose, even with any Power BI, Tableau, all that. So these are the basics. Understanding, we must be knowing. This is what practically one should be knowing. This is what the Guidewire integration is all about.